I'm not trying to go at Nugget fans here, but some Nugget fans feel like they're so disrespected and they're so underappreciated that if you think you could even touch Nikola Jokic, you are heavily
I
mistaken.
will. I love the Nuggets, and I love all the Nuggets fans. But I will say, the Nuggets, now that they're in the finals, their fans weren't this boisterous before, but like their
Yeah,
fans now
yeah,
have balls. Their
yeah.
fans have
That's a good way.
they're ballsy now. They used to not be ballsy. They used to just kind of stay in their own corner and then show up in arguments with like the data when needed. But now, so it's like, but now they've literally, if you say it, they're like, oh, you Jokic, like don't get me wrong, they deserve it. They've earned the right. They've earned the rights. But
Yeah,
they have really, they weren't on their high horse before, but now they have the highest horse.
yeah, and you also don't watch basketball if you say anything that isn't.
Oh yeah.
To
No, that is
some, not definitely not all
no,
Nuggets fans, and definitely not the majority of
no,
Nuggets
no.
fans.
It's not all
There's
Nuggets fans. There are
bad
some Nuggets
bunches
fans
in every
that
group.
it's usually Jamal Murray and Jokic are the two untouchable players when you're talking about the Nuggets. That, like, again, it's not all Nuggets fans. It's certain Nuggets fans that if you share any sort of criticism, not even criticism, just like, hey, this might be a weakness, something they just like, no, like, how
Nuggets
dare
don't
you?
have weaknesses. They don't.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
figured out basketball. They're not going to lose a game this series. Trust me.
Yeah. All right. So I will admit one thing that I don't think I talked about enough, but a few people that were Nugget supporters brought up good opinions. How much will fatigue play into this matchup for the Miami Heat?
I don't think it'll. I don't think it'll play at all. This
Nick,
ain't hockey.
I think more injuries. Like, how healthy can the Heat stay? Because again, the Heat don't have many great players. Facts are facts. So if they can keep the healthy players on the floor, that's going to be key. And Tyler Hero, that's going to be awesome. Maybe he ruins the entire team though.
I mean, Tyler Hero coming back could be helpful. We don't know if he's going to be the guy who's going to be playing impactful minutes or if they're going to slowly bring him off the bench. But I don't know what the right way to go about this. Okay, who is the favorite in terms of? Okay, obviously it's the Nuggets. That's obvious, but like, are we expecting a sweep? What's an actual expectation we can have?
Nuggets in 6
I just
probably.
did I cut out?
Yeah. Do you have something under your mouse thing? Because it's. I don't know if Nick can hear it, but it like. I can't. Can you hear that? That.
What is it?
Like you.
What
I
is
don't
it?
know what it is. It's probably if you're move if
Is it
you
my
have a mouse. It's probably
Do you have a
that.
mouse?
That. Yeah.
Is this better? Is this better? Is this better?
Yeah, I don't hear
Is
anything.
it still there?
No.
No.
Yeah. Oh, is it when you
It's
hit
good.
it?
Yeah. This?
Oh. No. No. Not that.
That's the sound of me clicking.
Yeah, it's not that. It's that.
Was it more? Oh, shaking
Yeah, it's
the
like
table.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I don't
shaking
know
the
if
table.
I don't know if other
when
people
I'm using
can.
my
I have
mouse.
you guys pretty high, so I don't. It's probably not even.
No. Here, what I'll do
Find
is
another play-
guess
yeah.
what? I'm putting my mouse on the other table, so it's not on the same table as my microphone. Okay. Now let's get right back. I was like over here, like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You fucking spaz. But
I couldn't
Jackson's
not
off
hear
the
it.
crack again.
I just couldn't not hear it once I heard it the first time.
No, thank you for telling me that. Always trying to improve. Also, I want to rebuild the show this week on StreamYard. I'm gonna build I have a whole plan, but
To add
okay.
football in. Perfect.
Yeah.
Tad, yeah.
Football. Oh yeah. I
You could
think
add
the
football.
Nuggets win this. For sure. For sure. I think they're just the better team. I don't know if fatigue or injuries will necessarily play a part. You know, Jimmy, I don't think gets tired that easily, so I think they'll be fine. They also have a couple of nights off, right? We don't get started till Thursday. Yeah, we don't get started till Thursday, so the Nuggets are definitely more rested than Miami. Miami's had to play a couple playing games, but I don't think it'll be the deciding factor. I think the deciding factor will be the Nuggets are probably just the better team, but hopefully the Heat can continue their playing like Heat. I don't know, man. We'll see. It should be a fun one. I'll probably be rooting
Nick?
for Miami.
Yeah, it's good to see after the Heat could just easily handle the Celtics. To see them up against a Nuggets team. Will the Jimmy Butler led Heat probably fail? Yeah. Will I still be rooting and believing in Jimmy Butler? Anything could happen with Jimmy Butler on the court. The Nuggets are the better team. Realistically, Nuggets in 5 or 6. But again, Jimmy Butler needs to just come out and be himself. Anything could happen. Bam could make this a series too. And guarding Jokic, maybe some rust from the Nuggets as well. They haven't played in a while. So maybe they forget how to play basketball. And then you do have to remember Michael Porter Jr. is on that team. And he could be like Jaylen Brown last night and take 23 shots and miss them all. So, yeah, kind of anything could happen.
I agree that anything can happen in this series. I do agree 5 or 6 games for the Nuggets, but we have to say anything can happen, and that this could be something that we end up looking back at, and maybe it's a 7-game series. We don't know what Jimmy Butler's capable of. We don't know what this team is capable of in terms of they were the 8th seed. They've overcame every mountain that's been needed to be overcome to get here. So what's another mountain for them to climb is what I would say. And I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Is there, regardless of injury, regardless of health, these rosters straight up, is there a way for the Heat to win this? Jimmy Butler have to go insane again? I personally think the Denver Nuggets might be too much of a formidable foe for them to overcome. I have said this. You're going to use Bam Adebayo, which Bam Adebayo, compared to all other bigs that Jokic has faced this playoffs, Bam arguably is the most versatile defensively, meaning that he'll be able to equally guard Jokic in the perimeter and inside. Not saying that he'll be able to stop him, but he'll do the best job at defending him compared to everyone else they've played so far this playoff. The real matchup, in my opinion, the deciding factor for how the Nuggets will win, and if the Heat want to have a chance of stealing some games or even trying to win this series, is Jamal Murray. I know people don't believe it, but Jokic is going to have to fight Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and whoever else is going to be playing the front for the Heat. Jamal Murray is going to be playing Gabe Vincent, Tyler Hero maybe, and Kyle Lowry. All right, maybe a little bit of Max Strus, Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, and Jimmy Butler thrown in there, but primarily Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vincent, and Tyler Hero when he returns. If you can take Jamal Murray out of the game, if you can make him play bad, you think that'll give the Heat a chance to win games? Is that the X factor that the Heat need to take out of the game to tell Jokic do it by yourself, or tell Jokic to rely on MPJ and Aaron Gordon? What are your thoughts, guys?
I don't. I mean, the Heat might win the series. The Heat might win the finals. They beat Milwaukee. They won a playing game. They beat the Knicks. They beat the Celtics. I mean, you can't. They're the second 8th seed ever to make the NBA Finals. So you can't really logically evaluate them. I mean, if and it's just like new guys every single night. I mean, if Caleb Martin's going to continue to play the way he played in the conference finals, I mean, they have as good of a shot against any team in the entire world. I mean, if Jimmy and Bam, get some rest, get some, sleep in your bed before you head to Denver. Oh no, they're already at Denver, so adjust to that high, that altitude. But yeah, Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, probably Caleb Martin. These are all guys who are gonna make an impact. So, the Lakers were in just about every one of those games, and then they'd blow it in the fourth quarter. It would usually be Jamal Murray that you're talking about to be the one to like step up and be like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna drop 20 points in this quarter. So
that's what I'm saying.
I think it's phenomenal.
If and I have felt this whole time. That's what I said in my. I wouldn't doubt that. I said Nuggets win in 6, but I have said this whole time that I personally believe if the Heat want to have any chance of winning any games, you have to take Jamal Murray out the game. There's no way of you being able to stop Jokic. That's not physically possible. There's no one on this earth. Like a bad game for Jokic is 18, 10, and 9. Okay, that's what you're gonna hope to hold him to. But you gotta tell Jamal Murray, we're not going to let you get your buckets. Tell MPJ, tell Aaron Gordon to shoot threes and MPJ to drive on you. What do you think, Nick?
I think Jamal Murray is going to be the X factor for Denver if the series does get close. Because oh god, Siri went off for me. I said Siri and then and Siri on my computer shut up. God damn it, I did it again. Okay, sorry. I think Jamal Murray could take over the game in the fourth quarter. Yeah, the Heat need to figure out who's going to be the Jamal stopper. And yeah.
I see Jimmy's probably going to want some of that. Martin's going to want some of that. But Lowry and Gabe should do on their own a pretty decent job at it, especially
Lowry's.
Gabe.
Agreed, and Lowry's got a big enough butt, so it's hard to get around him.
They're just gonna make it annoying. I think when we look at it on paper, I mean, obviously, like the Nuggets are just the team, but the Nuggets have had so much time to prepare, and I think head coach Mike Malone, who's the third longest tenured active coach in the NBA right now, he's gonna get this team so right.
What's up, bitches?
Hey.
I was taking a shit just like the Heat shit all over the Celtics last night.
True. That is true.
Yeah.
Guys, we have Boston Sports Dirtbag joining the show right now.
Yeah. We're doing better today. I mean, like, the game was over at halftime, so,
Luke, I was Caleb
It wasn't
Martin.
like, what? Oh,
Caleb
yeah.
Martin.
I had a nightmare about Caleb Martin last night.
Should the Celtics, today's topic of headline, now that Luke's here, should the Celtics open up a bakery with all the turnovers?
Oh, they could. They could also be construction workers, too. A bakery/construction business with all those bricks. God.
Do you have any opinion on what the Boston Celtics should do now? Because Miami's a pretty good city. And so you could save some money and just stay in Miami for the postseason trip, or should they actually go to Mexico?
There's no point in traveling to Miami now. Like, they're already in Boston. If you're going to go all the way south to Miami.
No, I'm saying they're already in Miami. Oh,
no, they're not.
Right.
They're in Boston, so it doesn't make sense to go to Miami. So, like, they should just go to Cancun. Like,
yeah, because you're right. It's not even.
It doesn't make sense to go.
I say they should just go to Amsterdam. Let's get everyone a hooker. Okay.
Let's get everyone shrooms so they can take a soul-searching journey to think about what the fuck just happened. They just came all the way back from 3-0.
You know who needs a soul? No, you know who needs their soul searched? You know who needs his soul searched? Derek White. Derek White needs to figure out who the fuck he wants to be after this. Because Derek White is going to go back and I know. And Derek White's going to come back next season and start the season shooting 36% from three and 38% from the field. And you're going to be like, Derek, though. Like,
Derek, why do you suck?
It's not even that he sucks. He'll still be good. It's just Derek White touched God, okay?
Yeah, Derek White and Caleb Martin touched God.
There's nothing like watching Boston with the season on the line let Derek White be their offense in the fourth.
Because nobody else could put the ball in the fucking basket. Dude.
What do you mean? Caleb Martin literally just told us all, I'm the better twin.
Yeah, it was
Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin told everybody that he's a franchise player.
No, but he basically said, like, people forgot there was another twin called Cody. There is only Caleb.
Yeah, people forgot about Cody Martin.
You know, Cody Martin's free agency pitch this offseason is going to be like
Caleb's brother.
That's identical twins, same gene.
Do you think some teams actually think Cody's Caleb and they watch the highlight? They're like, oh shit,
we gotta get Cody.
This guy?
You know what I think is gonna happen? Some team is gonna like.
It's not like the Brett Favre situation. That's what I was making a joke. Somebody's gonna pay Cody. I'm pretty sure it won't be possible though. They both signed this past offseason. They signed their second contracts. Like they're both on their new contracts this season. For like 2 more seasons. So this will be 2 years down the road. So it's not going to happen. But if they were both going to free agency this year, and Caleb got paid like 4 years 72, somebody was going to be paying 4 year 64, 4 year 48.
And then when Cody doesn't turn out like Caleb does, they're going to be like, well, why can't you do that, Cody? What happened to you? Why can't you be like
It's like that movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito are twin brothers, but Arnold Schwarzenegger got every gene that a man would want, and Danny DeVito got every gene that a man wouldn't want. So one guy looked like Luke, and the other guy looked like Nick. And you know what I mean, basically.
I've never seen this movie. This movie.
So, and they don't know that they're identical twins. And then one day they get a letter in the mail, and it turns out Arnold Schwarzenegger he's like, I'm here to meet my twin brother. Danny DeVito walks out of the car, and like Arnold Schwarzenegger is like 6'5", ripped. And he's like, they say each other's last name. They both realize they're brothers. 2 years later, they made a sequel to that movie. They're no relation, but it's a sequel, same producer, same writer, called Junior. Danny DeVito is a scientist, and he gets Arnold Schwarzenegger pregnant, and he becomes the first man to give birth.
What the fuck were they doing? What the fuck were they doing in the late 80s, man?
I'm telling you, Twins and Junior.
Oh my god, what the fuck were they doing, dude?
Now, we were giving our predictions when Luke came in here. Luke, I basically said for the Heat to stand any chance of beating the Nuggets, they have, and because Bam Adebayo is going to be the most defensively versatile player that Jokic can face in the playoffs. Not like it's going to stop him, but at least it'll be the best job at trying to limit him. The person that the Heat need to stop to win this series is Jamal Murray, and tell the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Christian Brown, Bruce Brown, and boys are going to have to beat us. What are your thoughts? I say this is 6 games for the Nuggets. What is your prediction?
5.
5 Nuggets?
Nugs and 5.
Can you use your word?
Nugs and 5. I mean, like you said, they have to stop
Why?
Jamal Murray. But even if they stop Jamal Murray, dude, can they actually beat the fucking Nuggets? Because you got, like, even if they stop Jamal Murray, you still got to stop the 2-time MVP on the other side. And I just don't see how they can do that, especially when Bam's been playing like shit for a lot of the playoffs too. Like, especially like the end of the Celtics series. Like, thank God that Caleb Martin stepped up for them because Bam played like shit. So Bam's gonna have to step up if he won't have any chance of winning the series.
I was saying when you joined, Mike Malone has plenty of time to prepare for these type of situations. If we're keeping it a buck here, Jokic didn't do good against the Lakers.
But they still like won.
They smoked them.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, Jokic didn't do good against the series against the Lakers. The Lakers blew every single fourth quarter lead imaginable because of Jamal Murray and their own dysfunction. So that's what gives me hope for the Miami Heat if they could not blow a fourth quarter lead if they have it. However, they like having the fourth quarter deficit, so maybe that doesn't even matter.
Yeah, and also they did almost blow a 3-0 lead against the team that the definition of the team that's a definition of dysfunction. They almost blew a 3-0 lead against. So the Nuggets.
What I want to say right here, some guy commented. So I've been saying Bam defensively is the best matchup for Jokic. Not that he's going to stop Jokic because it's impossible to stop Jokic. No, AD isn't as AD 5 years ago probably, but AD doesn't have the perimeter ability. Dude, Jokic
now
yes, he does. Right, he does have the perimeter ability.
I personally
top 5 defensive player in the National Basketball Association.
And Bam Adebayo is a top 5, maybe top 3 defensive player in the league. Bam Adebayo is probably the best defensive center in the league, arguably, all around. All around. He's the only
Anthony Davis that still exists, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you right now. No, listen to this. Bam Adebayo is the most all-around defensive center in the league. Tell me one guy who can guard 1 through 5.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
I don't think Anthony Davis. Yes, he can, but
That's
not
fine.
like he used to.
We saw it in the playoffs. We saw it.
It's Anthony Davis.
We just saw it. We just saw it all playoffs, actually.
I don't know. I think
we saw it for 3 series.
I think
the Lakers had no shot all playoffs if AD wasn't AD. So
yeah, it's Anthony Davis, man. No disrespect to Bam. Bam is one of the top defensive centers in the NBA for sure.
And Bam's gonna be able to do an adequate job against Nikola Jokic. I don't think he's gonna. You can't completely shut down Jokic, as we were just talking about. A bad game for Jokic against AD was
25, 10, and 10.
9 and 19. Yeah, 24, 10 and 10. Exactly. Well, I mean, he's still going to get a triple-double.
No, maybe Cyro's right, and Bam is the Jokic stopper, and we just haven't seen this yet. Maybe Bam fits well with Jokic, and he's Jokic's kryptonite.
Let me fuck you guys. Fuck all of you. This is what I'm thinking. Fuck all of you, okay? What I'm saying is Bam Adebayo's defensive ability. Okay, first off, we're gonna sit here. You cannot tell me that Bam Adebayo is less athletic than Anthony Davis at this point in Anthony Davis's career. Yeah, cricket.
I don't view Bam Adebayo as this freak athlete.
But he's not like, he's not like he's more athletic than Anthony Davis now. But like Anthony Davis is also taller, longer arms, a better shot blocker.
I'm not denying that. Yes, Anthony Davis is the better fucking rim protector. But against Jokic, rim protection does not fucking matter.
He's a better overall defender.
Jokic, I don't know. I think let me re-switch this argument. Bam Adebayo is the better perimeter defender between Anthony Davis and Jokic. That we can agree on. If you had to say, I want a guy guarding the perimeter, AD or Bam, you say Bam because he's more laterally quick and athletic.
Continue to say Anthony Davis because he might be the best defender in the league. I will never.
Now, if you're telling me
select Bam over Anthony,
I would rather have Bam chasing guards and wings for 20 minutes of a game.
I will tell you this:
I'd rather have Anthony Davis chasing guards and wings for 20 minutes.
I don't want Bam Adebayo forever at any point, previous, past, future, present, whatever it is. I will never select Bam Adebayo over Anthony Davis in any facet of basketball, ever.
I got a question for you there. Yeah. What if Bam? Or what if AD gets into like a big car accident, breaks his leg? Would you select Bam then?
Then I will select Bam Adebayo for the future.
What if he has a Cam Newton-esque crash?
Cam Newton came back from that crash. If he can come back,
I will still probably go with Bam Adebayo.
Did he come back from that crash?
You guys are bringing
Cam Newton did come back from that accident that you're talking about. So
yeah, it wasn't good.
If it was a Cam Newton accident, it actually was pretty good if I'm not mistaken. What was that Cam accident?
Okay. So there is no belief.
Oh yeah, he won Cyro. You know, Cyro. Hold up. So you know what happened after that accident that you're talking about, dude? Cam won MVP after that accident.
No fucking shit.
I'm taking Anthony Davis.
Wait, I thought that accident
revoked. I go
2014 in December. They lost in the playoffs.
I thought it was. What was 2017? What happened in 2017 then?
He had 3 shoulder surgeries in the offseason.
Oh, okay. I'm mixing up.
Yeah, he like that. Like the accident, he came back and won MVP.
Jekoslav. I really can't say your name. I'm sorry, but you're right. No, I will admit Bam Adebayo will fucking suck on offense. I don't know what happened. He became inept on offense. I mean, the man missed a bunny layup against, I think, like Grant Williams or like Derek or Marcus Smart. I mean, good defenders, but still, it was at the rim.
You're Bam though. You're Bam against those guys at the rim. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, just throw it down.
Like you're Bam.
Okay.
His stats aren't even that bad, but it was, yeah, I mean, the last 2 games at Boston was not good.
You know, Bam does have a little bit of jolt, like a little bit of pep in his step more than AD. I feel like he kind of gets up to the rim a little bit more. He looks a little bit more athletic sometimes. So I think.
Who's the outside for the?
Does anyone want to take a guess at how many blocks Bam Adebayo averaged this season, please, real quick? Just anyone.
Like 1.5.
1.2.
No.
1.2.
1.8.
0.8. The answer's 0.8, and I think you probably have a pull up because you looked down.
No, I don't. I have my North Shore Connect pulled up right now. I swear to God.
It's
0.8.
0.8 blocks.
That was a guess.
So
What's AD? What's AD?
The argument's over, right?
What's AD, like 1.5 or something? And that's low for him.
I'm gonna guess actually 1.7.
That's low for him.
I'm gonna go 1.
Give me your guesses.
1.5?
Let's hear it.
1.5?
1.5. All right, we got 1.5.
1.8.
1.8. Cyro, I want you to do this one the most. No Google. Cyro.
No, I'm doing a different thing.
But take
I don't know what you asked me to guess.
How many blocks did Anthony Davis average this season?
Like 1.7.
1.7. Cyro's the closest. The answer was 2.
Still 2?
Over.
Still 2? Yeah, okay. There it is.
I will also say Anthony Davis had 108 defensive rating this season, and Bam Adebayo had 110. Okay.
I will also say really quickly, Anthony Davis in the playoffs averaged 3.1 blocks per game this year.
I will also say that defensive rating is also a team statistic, just like offensive rating. I will also say that it's based on how good your team does when you're on the floor.
Okay, we have spent 30 minutes on this preview and prediction.
Ciro, wait, before we
I'm
stop
done with this preview and prediction. Shut the fuck up, everyone.
No, I have one more question. Ciro, how many guys are on a
No, I have one question to you.
How many guys play on the basketball court at the same time? I just had a question. Can you answer that for me?
Hey, Luke, you're the product of inbreeding, okay? So we're just going to move on, okay? So, like...
He doesn't know how many guys there. He thinks that there's one guy on the court at the same time. That's why he said, "Damn, got a better."
Shut the. No. Okay. You guys, this is collusion. You guys are colluding against me. Okay. collusion.
Hey, if you say something stupid like when you said the Hawks
I
and
just
the Celtics, you gotta call you out on it.
Okay, they took him to 6 games to suck my dick.
It's the Celtics, bro. Anybody can take him to 6 games. The Sixers took
what
us
I
to
want to
7.
say right here, what I want to say to wrap up this whole thing, I have Nuggets in 6. You guys had Nuggets in 5 or 4. Let's just give the benefit of the doubt. How can the Heat win this? And it would obviously have to be a 7-game series, but how would they do it? I want to hear your thoughts. I've said you got to take Jamal Murray.
A large dose of Caleb Martin. That is how
I'm gonna select it right here. I'm gonna predict it because I've been not on the.
Kevin Love be able to be on the floor?
No. He's gonna get played off the floor because he doesn't match up defensively against anybody.
Match up against Uncle Jeff. I'm going Heat in 7 here. I'm gonna go Heat in 7.
That's a good sign.
The Denver Nuggets have never won or been to an NBA Finals. So, yeah. That's all you need right there. A heavy dose of Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler. I'm so sick of hearing Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy is probably too, but Bam Adebayo, the step up. He's going to cement himself as the second best big man defensively in the NBA after this series. And Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry are going to do crazy, unimaginable things.
You know what, Jackson? I love the switch up because the past couple weeks you've just been saying the Heat,
Lakers,
Celtics in 7,
Lakers, Celtics.
Yeah, Lakers, Celtics, dude. And then this year's Celtics Heat, man. Celtics, dude, they're coming back. Celtics in 7.
They
you guys
almost
are fucking
did.
idiots. They almost did.
You're wearing a freaking Boston hat, you douche. Every Boston
Um,
fan's gonna be like, fuck this Boston guy.
Exactly. I'm not a Boston fan. My doctor's calling me right now, so I'm gonna take this call really quick. I don't know how.
Okay.
I'm Nick's,
Luke.
I'm Nick's doctor. So
Like I said earlier, a heavy dose of Caleb Martin is going to be how the Heat win this game, unless Bam can figure out what the fuck is happening on offense. Because Himmy Butler is not going to be able to do like Himmy Butler performances every game and score like 30. Because even if he scores like 30 a game, they still probably won't have enough to win the series unless like Bam decides to get his shit together on offense, or Caleb Martin does Caleb Martin things.